Welcome to a new episode of Advancing Consciousness series with Franco Di Nicola. This is a place where people can come to gain further insight and clarity as to what is going on and how we can shift things on a personal and global level, while also accessing higher levels of consciousness and awareness. We bring this series to you free of charge so that many are able to access this information. However, if you resonate with what Franco shares and you would like to support his work to get more content out, contributions are welcomed and greatly appreciated. A link is in the description and will be provided in the chat if you feel guided to do so. Also, we have many previous workshops, such as the most recent, Bringing Out the New You to Play in the New World, along with our membership program, Let's Talk About You, where like-minded people come together bi-weekly to talk about the topics requiring deeper understanding and clarity. All of these are available on Teachable, and we encourage you to check them out as they are great resources at very affordable prices to assist in better understanding this human experience. The Teachable link will also be provided in the chat and is also in the description. And lastly, don't forget to share. As more of us come together who are creating shifts in themselves, the more effective it will be to shift things globally. Thank you for joining us and being part of the change. Enjoy today's broadcast.
So welcome everybody to another episode of Advancing Consciousness series. This is the series that assists us to become more advanced in our consciousness and to create a transformation in your own personal world and your reality and the world itself. So basically at this point in time, what we're doing is we're bringing ourselves together to create a transformation and transmutation of our old way of life to a new advanced version of ourselves and a version of the playground we call the world. So today is episode 23, and we're going to be doing a process. And the process is empowerment and connection, reconnection. We've been working with the ego the last couple of episodes, and then we've also looked at what we call common sense, and we've also looked at various different areas that kind of give us a deeper understanding of how we function, what needs to be adjusting, and what we're in the process of doing. And some of us have started the process quite some time ago. So it seemed very important for us to do this process today. And this process is going to assist us to really get into and in touch with that empowered state, and also to reconnect with all aspects of ourselves, because as much as we feel that we may be connected, we're not in so many cases because we've blocked certain senses of connection points, meaning our connection with Gaia, our connection with our body, connection with our human entity, connection with our own soul, and also the connection of all the beautiful other souls that are playing on the planet here, on this playground that we've co-created and have, chose to be here at this point in time. The other part is going into that empowered state, really accessing that capacity of who you are. You're much more than just this human experience has kind of shown us up this point. And really by going into that empowered state, you actually have the most capacity to really shape every aspect. There is not any of the restrictions that we would normally experience or have when we are in that empowered state. We will notice that even what looks like a very traumatic, dramatic, or intense, or futile experience for us, all of us, at any point in time, anything that we have, put a big label on or have attached a powerful emotion and feeling defeated, or maybe feeling in hopelessness, or feeling that in some way, somehow this, whatever that experience may be huge for us. And that it might require tremendous amount of effort, energies, and even the possibilities to change it or shift it or upgrade it or anything of that nature seems very minimal and very futile in a way. And that is when we're in a disempowered state. And the game we've been playing on the planet has given us the opportunity to really feel that disempowerment. Not only the disconnection, which is part and parcel of the disempowerment, but the disempowerment feeling that one way or another, we're just here to survive and to just make it through each day until it's our turn to leave, and really never understand or even access the part of that co-creation creator essence that you are within. And so when you're empowered, you actually are in a state where you are most capable of seeing a multitude of possibilities, a multitude of different choice points. You also see that whatever may have been so overpowering for you, overpowering meaning that it felt very intense for you, now loses its power, loses the intensity, and it also opens up from that limit sliver of viewpoint that there's not that many choices, or feeling that it's over for you, that it opens up and it blossoms where you can see much more. And you're also going into a state where you are becoming the observer and looking at your life from that viewpoint and really seeing the multitude of opportunities that you have. And then in that empowered state, you do not let go of any experience as this is bad. You see each experience as an opportunity for you to advance and expand in a very powerful way, but also as an opportunity to create the transformation that you wanted to experience within yourself and in the world. But you're also going through a transmutation where you are converting every experience into its true form and essence of utilization and advancing in your own enlightenment and your own level of consciousness. As much as we are on these two beautiful, powerful playgrounds, which is our organic 3D and organic 5D, and we've shifted from a third density to a fourth density, which kind of changes how our body operates. The dimensional compartments are the organic ones, are the higher versions of your consciousness and part of the empowerment. But as we're doing that right now, we're also going through this whole process of transmuting every single facet of your experience. And not because of any experience being bad, every experience has been perfect, every experience has served, but just the upgrading part of it. And I know I've said this before, it needs to be triggered over and over again within ourselves so that we become in that state of knowing, but not only a knowing, but we bring it into our reality. We start to utilize it in a very powerful way. So the process we're going to be doing together. Now, the process itself, when we look at it, it involves not only yourself, but also participating fully. It's not like a meditation activation. It is definitely an activation. Will we use any components of the meditation? Very small amount, but more of stepping into that empowered state where we're doing it together. So we're going to link the energies all over the world, wherever you are, and anybody else that chooses to participate at any point in time. But we're going to do some exercises in the sense of breathing, first of all, and different than what we've used in meditation as the second part of it. But we're also going to make statements to activate, and we're going to bring in certain energies that are already present, but we're going to allow it to move through us and make those changes with us. This is a participation that we are doing together. It's not outside of us in any way, shape, or form. So I do recommend that you find yourself in a comfortable place. Now, once you're comfortable, you want to be in a position where, there's not distractions of any sort. So if you can use a headset, please do so. If you can't, then just make sure you can hear, but you follow through. This is something that you follow through. It's not just listening. You are going to make the statements as I make it with you. And we're going to use the I as I, meaning you. Each one of you will say I. And as we bring it forth. Now, part of the process, we're going to increase the breathing. That means we will raise the oxygen level in your body, the pH in your body, and we're going to reduce the CO2 in your body. That means that what we're going to be doing is activating more of your brain, mind, and restricting restricting the frontal lobe to a certain degree so that your ego will not, interfere as much or at all. We're also going to do part of the process working with the ego, working with all the parts of you that are ready to be coming online much more than before. So when we are making these statements, there will be gaps giving you time to repeat the statements. And also, I will guide you in the sense of how you feel whatever we're calling in and whatever we're doing within ourselves. But in doing so, I would highly recommend at this point to say it out loud. Say it verbally with your voice. So, however, depending on where you are, you may be able to do that. If you're not able to do that, then while you're in that state, when you repeat it within yourself as you were speaking it out loud. So in essence, you will think, I am such and such, or whatever it may be, as we walk through it. So you're saying it. Now, at some point, I will recommend, I am recommending, that you repeat this when you can, if you're not able to, and I will, have you repeat it, the whole process, because it'll be available on video, of course, and that which you can download and use on yourself when you have the opportunity to be in a quiet space. If all possible, if you can do it in nature at some point in time, when you repeat it, and I would recommend repeating it more than once or twice or 3 times, because each time it's going to get more powerful, and each time you're bringing in all the energies that are going to participate and all the beautiful souls scattered all over the world that are participating at this time. So if you can't say it out loud, say it within yourself with that same intensity. You can do that. It's not hard to do. So instead of saying, oh, I am source. In your mind, I am source. That's just an example. But you're saying it in your mind very loudly if you do not have the privacy at this point in time. Now, some people, doesn't matter if you have privacy or not, will be able to speak out loud because you don't have any issues with doing it. So if you can, do it out loud. If you can't, then say it within yourself, and when you do get the opportunity to repeat it, do it out loud too, because it just adds that extra boost. Because saying out loud, now you're using your third chakra. Was it the third? No, it's the fourth, right?
What? The throat?
The throat, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah. The fourth chakra somehow is. You're using the fourth chakra, the voice, which is the creator sound. You're taking the sound that you repeat loudly. You're actually changing, not only because sound is frequency, and it affects your body, it affects all parts of you, and it also radiates. Even if people don't hear it, it radiates throughout the planet. So if you could do that. If not, say it internally, but feel it with that intensity so that your body receives the information. And it's not like the little mild dialogue that we have in our head, when the ego's talking to us and it's like, all of that stuff. It's not that. We're making affirmational statements, but they're not really affirmations in the sense that most people are used to. This is actually, we're using this as activations within yourself and also creating a shift within yourself. So again, the headset, if you can say it loudly, great. And if not, internally, make yourself comfortable. We'll go through the process. Did you have some things you wanted to say?
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I was going to say not affirmations, but confirmations of who we are.
Confirmation.
And by the way, it's the fifth chakra, the throat.
Fifth.
So someone
Okay.
has sent us that
6, 7.
information.
Yes. All right. Sixth chakra.
Thank you.
The fourth is the heart. Okay. See, I should have counted it in my head because I never think of it anyways. It's just I know it's the throat chakra. Okay. I could have said that. The throat chakra. All right. Thank you for the clarification. So anyways, this is what the process is about. The process is really, really for you to activate within yourself. Now, the reason we've chose this process is because it led up to all the things that we've been working with in the series to bring you to here, all the different episodes and so forth. And it became very instrumental. You know, we're wrapping up the month of May. We're going into June. There's some really powerful stuff. We're actually going through one right now, energetically and encodements and so forth, which will carry through. And then we have others starting from the beginning of June at different stages. We're also having a shift over on the 3rd of June, which will be an actual upgrade in the organic matrix, which is the only matrix that we have now. How much of us are connected to it? We are, but how much are we using it? How much are we filtering? That all depends on how much of our operating system is still very integrated into that inverted matrix and the inverted 3D and 2D version of ourselves that we've experienced at this point in time. So we're going to get started in about a moment or so. And so just get yourself comfortable. If you need headsets or anything like that, if you're not ready for it, please go get one. And yeah, was there anything else I needed to say at this point? So I'm just going to put a seat here because I'm going to sit also as we do this. And I will walk you through it step by step, and we're doing it all together with full cooperation on your end. We'll start off by just closing our eyes and just focusing on the breath. And what we're going to do is just quieten and just go into a comfortable state before we get started with all the other parts of it. So let's gently make ourselves comfortable by closing our eyes and just put our attention on the breath. And we're going to use the breath as a beautiful vehicle to just kind of really relax us. And we want to be fully present with the breath. So as you breathe in, feel that beautiful expansion of your lungs and the movement of the air going into your body. The coolness as it goes down through your nose, into your throat, and so forth. And as you exhale, just feel that gentle release as you're breathing out and you're letting go of any tension, tightness, thought forms, or anything of that nature without any effort. We're just focusing on the breath. Beautiful inhalation and a beautiful exhalation. And let's fully be present with the breath as we breathe in and out. And allowing the breath to really harmonize and stabilize our body and to go into a deep, relaxed, peaceful state. And let's breathe at your own pace and just feel yourself getting more and more comfortable. And as you do that, you're feeling yourself present, because right now, all that matters is this moment. All that exists is this moment. Your state of pure creation exists only in the moment. As we continue to breathe, feeling more and more relaxed. And really feeling ourselves as we truly are, a beautiful, relaxed, beautiful, playful, light being in a so-called human holographic projection. And now, to assist us even further, we are going to call in, which you will do the same. We now call in a column of light from our sun. The sun that illuminates us and shares the spectrum of light that is supporting us to advance and to be present on this playground. So as we call it forth, you will say to yourself, I call forth a column of light from the sun to stream through the atmosphere right down from the crown of your head and beaming right through your whole body now. And as that light travels through your body, illuminating you fully and completely, and the statement you will say, as I allow myself to be fully present and to receive the spectrum of light and information and codes streaming through me now. I allow myself to be illuminated by the frequency and spectrum of light from the sun. As it increases the vibration and frequency in your body, I allow, as you make the statement, I allow to purge from my body from my subconscious mind. All densities, blocks, emotional charges, lower states of being and memory, lower frequencies, all imprints, all access point to entities, all older agreements to carry others, I also clear all energies and the associated imprints of carrying the old aspect of me and others. With great love, I free all aspects that do not serve for the highest good for myself, others, and the collective. I allow the frequency, the codes, the spectrum of light coming from the sun to assist in the transformation from my carbon base physical structure to, where appropriate, silicate base, and where ready, crystalline. Allowing the body the natural crystal state to reactivate to the fullest degree that you were ready to utilize. I am ready to utilize. To assist us even further, we now call in. I call in a spectrum or a column of light in its fullest spectrum from the center of the earth, the crystal spectrum of light from the center of the earth to beam through the planet and through me from your root chakra to move through you and merge with the spectrum of light from the sun. Creating a beautiful dance within your body. The column of light coming from the center of the earth is highly experienced fifth dimensional consciousness in full integration of fourth density, facilitating every cell in your body right now to create a beautiful alignment and harmonic balance, energetic balance, and a higher level of illumination. Dissolving restrictions and any perceived limitations. As these energies move through us right now, the statement you make is, I am ready for these transformations, these upgrades to take place now. I now command forth for all of my chakras to be fully aligned. Fully active and open. I instruct my chakras to restore correct direction and speed. With the energies moving through us, I now instruct all filters and barriers and blocks in each of the chakras to clear now. We now allow, I allow the energies moving through me to reactivate, adjust, upgrade my DNA. I request to reestablish my links and connections that are associated with each of the DNA strands. I also instruct the telomeres in my DNA to extend, to increase reception and transmission. With each of the species they are linked to. Therefore, receiving with more ease and clarity a sharing of consciousness and experience that will upgrade myself physically, consciously, and experientially. And that is so. Now, we will call in your soul. I call in fully my soul to embody now. Soul, I choose to work with you more fully. I now ask you, soul, my higher self, to activate home frequency. Transmit the home frequency throughout my body, aligning my human entity and my mind fully. I am open to be receiving all dimensional experiences, knowing and sourceness that you feel to share, to be present. In each moment of my life. I know that I am Source. I know that I am part of the field of Source. Therefore, I now activate my highest Source essence that my body can contain at this time. Allowing my Source essence to create a movement and merging within my body, human entity, soul, and mind. I command forth to create complete alignment, balance, harmony between and within the mind, the soul, the human entity, and the body. So I command it, so it is. As we allow these energies to move through us at this time and illuminate us and create this balance, we remain present. And as we make the following statements, we embody and activate within ourselves with these statements. I am Source. I am the source of all existence. I am all existence. I am infinite. I am immortal. I am free to move through any projected form and state of being. I am free to come and go. between realities, dimensions, planets, form, and non-form. I am the creator. I am part and parcel of all creation. I create and co-create with all aspects of self. There is nothing outside of me. As the creator, I create. I experience my creations. I advance within my creation. I discover more of my capacities. I enhance my capacities. I experience further enlightenment through play, through creations. As I create, I play within the creation. I observe my creation and advance in all of it. I have chosen to be here on planet Earth. I chose to participate, to experience the opportunity of this creation. I have come here even though this is not outside of me, to play and to experience and transmute polarity. I have selected all the people which are versions of myself to engage with, co-create with, and play with. I have fully designed every aspect of my journey in absolute perfection. In this perfection, I accepted the illusion of polarity, of separation, of unconsciousness, of non-memory of who I am. To more fully experience this journey on this playground. I accept my choices. I accept with perfect appreciation all aspects of my journey, of my experience. As source, I create always in perfection. As source, I see myself within all experiences as opportunities to advance. I do acknowledge that I chose to participate and utilize the ego as part of the software that emphasized separation, polarity, and unconsciousness. At times, experiencing the idea that I am inferior, that I'm a victim, only to experience that dance with the knowing from within, far from it. I am here now. I choose from this moment to live moment by moment. To utilize each moment to the fullest. To utilize each moment as a new version of myself. To create with the most current aspect of myself. I am here now to be part of this transformation. That all of us are doing. I am instrumental in the process of this transformation we are going through. My energy, my signature, my consciousness, my participation in the co-creation and allowing very specific columns of light and frequency to move through me to facilitate in this upgrade. I acknowledge the ego software. I acknowledge its role, its participation, in its design, and how it facilitated to direct you or direct me on this journey. I do appreciate from the depth of my being the role that the ego has played in my life. I would not have had the opportunity to experience my journey in the way I did with the ego. So let's open our heart I thank you, ego. I love you, ego. I relieve you of your functionality. Of your responsibility. To keep me entertained, distracted, and in the world of separation and polarity. I now choose to utilize all aspects of myself. I choose to utilize, implement my body's innate consciousness, the communication that it provides, the resources that it provides, that extends beyond the body, going into Gaia, all sentient beings, and the planetary consciousness. I now also acknowledge, implement, and utilize all consciousness, awareness from my human entity. That carries 15,000 years of wisdom, of experience, and the knowing of the intimacy and deeper understanding of the human journey. I am open to receive the input and consciousness that my human entity provides from this moment. I also am open to utilize the skill set that my human entity provides from this moment. I now acknowledge, allow, my soul to contribute, to share, and provide consciousness and awareness from its multiple dimensional experience and access point. I also am open to receive the extent of sourceness shared by my soul, by my twin soul, my soul family, my oversoul, to be utilized more fully from this moment. I now create the opportunity to stimulate my mind, to reactivate more of its capacity and receptiveness, its functionality, to be able to utilize codes, energies, spectrum of light, and holographic expression. To create experience of fuller expression and utilization of our playground. of our existence from this moment. So it is. I accept. I appreciate. I love every aspect of myself. Every aspect of projected versions of ourself, of myself, version of myself, other playmates, which are versions of myself. I accept. I appreciate. I love my representation of my physical existence in physical form, physical expression as my reality, and the playground I call the world. Earth or Gaia. I see the perfection of all of this existence and utilize everything in my disposal to redesign, expand, upgrade this beautiful dance of life and everything involved. I am a powerful being that is projecting a holographic representation of a human physicality. And as I choose to do so, I will from now on utilize it fully to do what I'm here to do. And so it is. I fully choose from this moment to maintain my connection with all aspects of myself. My body, my human entity, my soul, and my mind as one complete unit. of expression. I now am ready more than ever to play in ways I have not even approached until now. And that is so. I remind myself and activate in myself that I have agreed with the full freedom to come and go, to play the role that I am stepping into. And the role I've played up to this point. I choose to enjoy every aspect of this journey from this moment. I choose to join forces with all the beautiful aspects of myself which are my playmates on this playground. To truly upgrade and transform the human experience and playground we call the world, Earth, and or Gaia. All of it is us. All of it is who I am. So now I choose to go out and play as the new me, as the activated me from this moment. And that is so. We will continue to experience more and more of ourselves, more and more of our empowered state, more and more of our connected state, and really participating in a very conscious, directive, playful way as we redesign every facet, expression, and idea of a human experience and playground. And so it is. So let's all go out and play. We're free to play as you've never played before. Each time you see any restriction, acknowledge it, thank it, love it, and let it free. Free to go. We've played with the illusion of fear, which is no longer ours to hold on to or play with. We've played in the limit playground, but it is no longer ours to utilize. So when you open your eyes and look at your surroundings, see the playground that you see the reality that you see, and take the opportunity to experience it to the fullest in the new you that is emerging each moment. Thank you for co-creating this together. So go out and play.